So today I went to the thrift shop, and my favorite place to go in the thrift shop each time that I visit is the cards and games section, because occasionally there's an interesting surprise there. I've found oracle decks there. I've found really interesting card decks. I found all number of interesting curiosities. You can luck out and sometimes even find a tarot deck in stores. So I was like, okay, well, what's going to be there? And when I got there, I found for $4 the Native Spirit Oracle cards. The Native Spirit Oracle cards profoundly deepen your connection to the mysterious natural forces around you. Created by Denise Lynn, a member of the Cherokee Nation and the best-selling author of the books Quest and Kindling the Native Spirit, this 44-card deck with companion guidebook holds the keys to unlocking a wondrous realm, where you'll discover what destiny has in store for you. And I had to kind of take this because the first card on the back that you can barely see is called Freedom Horse. And, let's be honest, I bought this deck because I couldn't let anyone else have it. So, having rescued this strange Hay House Lifestyles published deck, which is about as outsiders taking Native American stuff as you could imagine, because I did look up Denise Lynn and whether she was like people say that they're part of the Cherokee Nation and all of that stuff. I mean, I have Native American ancestry, but I don't know a fucking thing. And that's basically what her bio says. So she visits different sacred spaces, and then she sells lectures on how to better yourself and join your tribe and other stuff. But what really interested me about these cards was on the back it says, "These oracle cards were birthed at the base of a sacred mountain, and they carry the mystical energy that surrounded their birthing." And I was like, wow, that's some heavy stuff. So what do these look like? And here's the back. The back's sky is photoshopped in. That rainbow was not there when that bird flew. That bird did not look upon that beautiful rainbow. So the backs are photoshopped. The fronts are photoshopped. They're kind of like stock images. Some of them are from Stonehenge and stuff. So they didn't bring Stonehenge to the base of that mountain to photograph. Eagle medicine in front of some glacier mountains. These are not the sacred mountain I think she was talking about. Talking stick, grandmother earth. Maybe she had a laptop at the base of this mountain when she did this. It's not really said. I looked in the guidebook to find out more about this mountain conundrum, and she says in there that the journey to create these cards occurred at the base of Mount Kuchuma, which means exalted high place. My apologies if I pronounce any of this wrong. There's no context here. This mountain is sacred to the Kumeyaay Indians, who revere it as a place of dreaming and for receiving mystical visions on its slopes. On its slopes, but not necessarily at the base of it. Maybe she didn't want to climb a mountain, I don't know. It's the first property listed on the National Register of Historical Places solely for its importance to Native Americans, that's great. As I stood facing Mount Kuchuma at dawn each morning during the birthing of these cards, I asked the Creator to bless them and bless each individual who uses them. So I'm already blessed by the Creator of this mountain. I also called upon the mountain to infuse them with the native spirit, whatever that is. I don't know what that is. So it's not really explained, how she took Photoshop to the base of this mountain. But that's her premise. And I mean, the cards are pretty much like I already said. Oh yeah, by the way, there is a Sacred Mountain card. This is Sacred Mountain. I don't know if this is the Sacred Mountain. I didn't look that up in the guidebook yet. It's a Sacred Mountain. And maybe that's how she took the mountain to the cards, is she actually just put it in here in the deck, and I'm blessed. So So I got to one specific card, and I was like, oh, of course this card is in here, because this card is everything that white people want to think about Native Americans. And here it is, Smudging Ceremony. And I was like, okay, well, here you are, with what's probably some photoshopped petroglyphs on the base of a rock there, and with your abalone shell and your sage bundle and your I guess a fan of owl or hawk feathers, to do your, and the smoke's photoshopped in. By the way, this is a Photoshop smudging ceremony. Maybe that's what she means when she does something at the base of a mountain, is that she's doing it on Photoshop, which is on her desktop computer, and on her desktop on Windows, there's a mountain there, and she puts the icon for Photoshop at the base of a mountain, like at the base of the mountain there on her desktop. Maybe that's what she does. So I was like, well, what does this smudging ceremony card mean? And then I opened up the guidebook, and it says, let go of the past, purify, detox, release whatever doesn't serve or support you in your life. Cleanse your body and environment by doing space clearing and clutter clearing. Let go of the old, discarded, and unused to make way for new energy and new beginnings. Eat lightly, drink lots of fresh water. Eat lots of fresh vegetables, drink lots of fresh water, and consume food with strong life force. Strong life force. Okay, so that's the meaning of the smudging ceremony card, because apparently a smudging ceremony is just where everybody does that, like they cleans their house, of stuff that was laying around. That's the meaning, but also on the opposing page, there's a section called Your Native Spirit Wants You to Know. And I didn't read yet how to use these cards in the beginning. So maybe there's a part where they explain, she explains if this is one specific native spirit that apparently is assigned to me for some inexplicable reason, or if it's just referring to the deck, like my native spirit is this deck. I'm sorry, native spirit. But here it says, smudging is a native tradition that involves using the smoke of burning herbs to symbolically wash a space in a ceremonial manner. Sometimes your energy field or the energy field of your environment becomes so cluttered and dingy that you can't see the world around you clearly, and you have trouble hearing the messages from your soul. When you take the time to purify yourself and your environment, not only do you feel lighter and brighter, but you're also a clearer channel for the light. The brilliance that pours through you can heal and help so many people, but first the path has to be clear. And the journey, that's after the native spirit wants you to know, the journey part, this is great. This is so healthy and useful. Using the smoke of incense or sage, cup your hands into the smoke and wash over the top of your head, saying, that I think clearly. Then cup the smoke to your eyes, saying, that I may see the truth. Look, after you do that, you're not going to see the truth. You're just going to have eye problems because you just put smoke in your eyes. That's not like something that mystically clears your eyes of energy. It just puts smoke into them. Next, bring the smoke to your throat area, saying that I may speak the truth. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to speak anything because you're just going to be fucking coughing. Finally, waft the smoke to your heart area, saying that my heart be open. Your lungs are going to be closed. So I have no idea what I'm actually going to do with this deck. I've basically just stolen it from the world and denied others the ability to use it because I felt like rescuing someone from it. It's certainly a adventure in something, and I guess I've learned that I should put smoke in my eyes to wash them out and feel less cluttered and help share my light with you all. So now that I'm done sharing my light with all of you about that, I'm going to close and leave you with the wisdom to don't buy this deck. I don't know. I mean, it's been blessed at the base of a sacred mountain through Photoshop magic. I don't know how. I just don't know. If you're ever curious, whenever you see these decks on shelves, this is what's inside. It's just advice on how to put smoke directly into your eyeballs. Have a good evening.